welcome to A Time to Speak. My name is Mercedes Bell, and I am so glad you joined me today. Today I wanted to share something that was in my heart. I hope it's of encouragement to you. And I want to ask you this question. How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? This is a very important question, and we all ought to know the answer, because we cannot go anywhere beyond what we see ourselves. If you see yourself like an incapable person, you can't do something, then you won't be able to do it. And if you see yourself as a failure, then you will become one. The way we see ourselves has a lot to do with our background, our upbringing, and also the words that have been spoken to us through the years, especially since childhood. Those words, they paint a picture inside of us, and that picture becomes our limit or our cup, and we can't go beyond that. We can't go beyond what we see ourselves. It's like an invisible barrier there. And some people are very afraid to go beyond that limit, even to the point where they sabotage themselves. Some will go to the extreme of doing this in order to line up with the image that they have of themselves inside. So it's like they don't want to conflict with this image. They don't want to go against the image. Some time ago I heard an illustration about the elephants, the ones that are living in captivity and confinement. When they are babies, they are trained, and they tie a rope around their leg, and they are obviously not strong enough as babies to break the rope, but as they grow, the rope is still the same, and they keep trying, and they cannot break this rope that confines them to this small space that they have to live in. But what happens is that because they've tried so long and they never managed to break the rope, they give up. They stop trying. But when they are adults, when elephants are adults, they are much stronger than that rope, and they could easily break it. But they have now been accustomed to that image of themselves that they cannot break this rope. So they think, well, that's how it's going to be. This is what my life is going to be like. Even though they have amazing power in their physical nature, and also they have a huge brain. They have many more neurons that any human has got. So they have everything going for them, but their self-image is what's against them. And this really is what happens with many of us. They have this self-image that we can't do things, we can go to some place in our lives, we cannot achieve something, we cannot succeed in something, all because we've made peace with that image of ourselves, and we decided that we're going to stay there. But we can break this wrong image of ourselves, and you might ask yourself, well, how do you do that? Well, the answer is, we need to believe the truth about ourselves. And I encourage you to think about all the good things in your life, all the qualities, all the good things you are good at, all the things you can do and you have done. And meditate in these things. Meditate in the promises of God for your life. What has He promised you? What has been highlighted to you when you were reading the Word that you felt, well, this is for me? What is that? Remember, bring them back to the surface and remember them and meditate on them, because that way they will become flesh inside of you, and one day, if you don't give up, they will become a reality. And this is receiving the truth of God, receiving it in our lives. So I hope that this is of encouragement to you. And if it's so, please subscribe to my channel, press like, and we shall see you next time. And I'd love to hear from you. Please do write to emails to me, and be very glad to hear you. Well, until next time, God bless. Bye.